Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday edition. This is Wednesday, November 17th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, as always, the King of the Ice and fantasy football guru, Philly Pete, and we're live, as always, on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all so much for tuning in, like always. Hope you're all having a phenomenal hump day, Wednesday. Halfway there to the weekend already. It's truly unbelievable how the weeks are flying by. Thanksgiving's already next Thursday. You got Christmas and you have 2022. It's truly remarkable how crazy the year has been going. 2021 is an absolute blur. I can't believe it. And you know what? The NHL has been a blur so far for me too. I'm trying to still figure out my ways. Season's still early. I know we are. Again, clients out there that are tuning in like usual and reaching out to me in regards, and all my Twitter fans out there in general reaching out to me as well. It's been a tough season. But we'll talk hockey in a little bit. This show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by the one, the only BetUS. 12 Ounce Sports is an official partner of BetUS. And what better way to start cashing out large, gaining that green, than by going to BetUS, create an account with them today. Use the promo code 12ounce, 120Z, and they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. Also, Zingo TV, channel 761, like always. Download the app. It's a free app, all right? And then switch over to channel 761, where you'll be hearing today's episode live of Pete's Power Plays. Of course, that's channel 761 on Zingo TV. Also, Amazon.com. We have a website out there. The cold is arriving very soon. It's getting chilly out there. Get bundled up this winter by going to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. And like I said, the holidays are around the corner. Support the 12 Ounce Sports crew by going into the 12 Ounce Sports store. Today, all of our shows have some really nice apparel, from World Hockey Report to AM Drive, of course, with Aaron and Mike. And of course, yours truly, Philly Pete, here with Pete's Power Plays. A lot of good apparel on the website. Make sure you check it out, the 12 Ounce Sports store. I know a bunch of you have already bought some Pete's Power Plays hoodies, so get yours today. It's a hot commodity. I have different colors: orange, black, white, gray. You name it, it's there. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, whatever you name it. I even have tanks if you're getting ready for the summer of 2022, because I know a lot of people are, and they hate the cold. But, you know, get it while you can. Support the crew today, and let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll, shall we? So last night, first off, today on the show, I want to recap last night. I mean, we go from 3 straight winning days and a very nice weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, to a absolute terrible. It was pretty much dreadful. It was terrible, bad beats. That Sharks Wild game that I will get into, 2-unit play, that was a really tough one to grab onto. Unfortunately, it's just how it goes. People playing too pretty with the puck and can't slam dunk a goal to get the over for the people. But that's okay. It's all good. So we'll talk last night's recap. We'll also talk NFL, Patriots, Falcons, Thursday Night Football, DFS players. And tonight we have 3 games on the menu, so really not much hockey in the card for tonight. A couple plays, though. Like I said, I do like them all, but that's why I break down every game, give you the best leans, give you the best plays, best angles. That's why you do listen to Pete's Power Plays. Okay, so last night we go 4-6. All right, let me bring it up for you guys here so I can go over it real fast. And here we go. So we go 4-6 last night. So we have Penguins and Sabres over 6 at plus 100. I'm glad I didn't take the 5.5 at minus 125. I would have lost even more juice. But the plus side of things was pretty good. Between the Penguins and the Sabres, I mean, the over was going over for the most part between these two head to head. I believe the last four head to head matchups were 3-1 with the over for the Sabres and Pens game. So I mean, unfortunately, that's just how it is. So, but that lost. Preds, Leafs, and again, Penguins are coming back down to earth. They do not look like they do not look good or in any shape and form of a championship team anytime soon. This team's coming back to earth. They're not that good as of late. They're not, and the Sabres are actually looking pretty darn good as of late. So again, I mean that's just how the tables have been turned for the Penguins so far this season. Predators and Leafs under 5.5. That was a very nice play there. I like that one a lot. Just there's something about that game that I liked. Predators, of course, playing low-scoring hockey, and then, of course, like I said on the show yesterday, the Leafs. The Leafs haven't really been scoring nearly as much, and, of course, the Leafs get a 3-0 victory there. Under 5.5 cashes out. Blues, Panthers, moneyline parlay at plus 120. That should have been a lock. Florida, like I said on the show yesterday, a lot of the show plays hit yesterday. So, like I said, I say this on every show, time in and time out. If a play does not make my client card or my Twitter card, that's why you have to go back, rewind into the afternoon where I do host a show so you can get every angle, every play, every bet that I like, from every game that I break down. That's why you do it. That's why you listen to the show. So you can always, hey, you know what? Philly Pete didn't have the Panthers -1 on his cards. So, you know what? I like that, though. I like that play. So that's what I'll do. I'll stick to that. I'll stick to that gun right there. And I'll take the -1 because, again, I go through every play. I break down every play. I give plays on every game. Whatever it is, no matter what, I still give it to you guys. So, Florida, like I said, Florida cashed out, no problem. I had the under 5.5. Obviously, that lost. But I was all over Florida last night. They cashed out very easily. The Islanders are ready to go back home after a very long road trip. This was their get-me-home sort of game. It was. And obviously, after the first period, it was time to go. And then the Blues, on the other hand, absolute, they got smoked. They got smoked. I mean, not really can't complain about anything there. Arizona got their second win in the season. Good. Congrats to them. Plus 265 on the money line as well. So that's some big money there to those that decided to take the Coyotes. But again, that's just how it is. That's how the season has been going for me. So that parlay lost. Hurricanes on the money line. That was another good play that I liked. That was on the Twitter card. That cashed out. Vegas, of course, has some injuries, COVID. A couple of the AHL guys got brought up to play the third and fourth line, so that was the advantage Carolina there. Carolina's been playing extremely well as of late, and it's just the way it has been. Oilers Jets over first period, 1.5 goals. I do like this a lot. That loss, unfortunately. Nothing you could do. Jets scored within the first 3 minutes of the game, and then you get an absolute dud of the rest of the period because, it's just how it's been. Hellebuck had a great first period. Nothing you could do. It's okay. But then we do the Oilers-Jets over 6, and that cashed out. Jets with a 5-2 victory. You know what? On the show, I did talk about the Oilers winning that game in a revenge spot, but the Jets have been playing so good. They're playing great at home. It's good to see. It's good to see the Jets because, after all, the clients and myself were on the over 92.5 points for the Jets this upcoming season. And, and I have a small 50-1 ticket on them to win the Cup as well. So they're playing very good as well. I like that. Ducks Caps over 5.5 was a late ad, live bet, half unit loss. That's okay. I mean, 3-2 victory there. You had a disallowed goal for the Caps in the first period. I mean, that's just how it's been. Last night was just a typical Tuesday night. Just that should have hit. And then I get to the client plays. Clients were on a roll, and they were on a roll. 4-1 the last 5 games. They had a 2-unit play last night, which was the Wild and the Sharks. Over 5.5. It lost. 2-unit loss. It sucked. That was an absolute brutal beat, probably of the entire season so far. Sharks are up 4-1 with about 3.5, 4 minutes to go in the game. And no goal. They got no goal. Too busy playing around with the puck. Just friggin' slam dunk it, will you? Like, get that over. It could have been a 5-1 victory for the Sharks. A nice and easy over. Wild did not show up last night. However, on the show, they talk about the Sharks on the money line at plus 155 and the plus 1.5. So those two plays did cash out, the Sharks being as one of my dog plays of the night, along with Nashville. And, Sharks did cash out last night. So if you took that on the side, congrats on a good dog play that we had there. So that was a little bit of a bright side for me. But that over 5.5 was I thought it was just a stone cold lock for me. Between the way these two teams have been playing, scoring, it was kind of, I thought it would have been pretty nice. But Sharks wad over 5.5, 2-unit loss. I'm not going to dwell over it. Should have cashed, but again, it is what it is. It's just been the NHL in a nutshell for me this season. This is how it is. This is how it goes. And Hurricanes over 5.5, another climb play that cashed out, and the Preds plus 1.5 in the puck line that lost as well. I mean, it was 1-0 with about 5 minutes left in the game, and Preds killed a penalty, and I was like, all right, this looks pretty promising. But then again, you're sweating an empty netter, and then about a minute later, Toronto scores, makes it 2-0, and that was basically the icing of the cake there. That's the way it is. That's the way it's been. That's just the NHL in a nutshell for me this season. So, but all in all, it's okay. We move on. We bounce back. Again, the season is very, very early. Can't stress out. And again, I always speak about this on my show. If you want to clown around, if you want to troll me, go ahead. The unfollow button's right there. You're not gonna put me into shame at all. I've been doing this for way too long now, and I've been dealing with a lot of these people, and time in, time out. But that's what happens, man. You strive forward, stay positive. That's the way to go. I don't doubt myself. I never do. But it's just been a very difficult, challenging season so far. But we'll see what happens for the rest of the month and then into December. So my NHL season currently sits at 114 wins, 140 losses. And four pushes, that gives me a grand total of minus 40.8 units. Yes, I'm not afraid to say it. Yes, I'm not afraid to post losers. Yes, I'm not afraid to basically post an 0-11 night, which I did last week or two, basically early last week. I'm not afraid to do any of that. I'm not afraid to hide my record because that's not who I am. I've never been like that. I state the truth and will always state the truth. So, I mean, again, this is why I am who I am. You get a lot of respect out of that way, okay? And but yeah, that's it. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared to tell you how I've been doing this year because it's been absolute shit. And again, we'll bounce back. So minus 40.8 units. Yes, minus 40.8 units to the people in the back that can't hear it. That's where I'm at right now. And listen, man, it's still early. We'll get it back. So. But that's it. That's it for the recap as of last night. And on that note, it's 12:13 in the East, 9:13 out in the West. I'm going to take a quick 2-minute commercial break like usual. And when I get back, I want to run down the quick Thursday night DFS between the Pats and the Falcons tomorrow night. A little pregame lineup. And then the 3-game card menu for tonight as we kick off the latter half of the week as we head into the weekend. So sit back, relax, give me 2, and I will be back into.
Ounce Sports has a new home for betting. BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12 Ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 120OZE and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sportsbook. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Wednesday, November 17th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, the king of the ice and fantasy football guru, Philly Pete. And as always, we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. This show, as always, is sponsored by BetUS. 12 Ounce Sports is an official partner of BetUS. Create an account with them today. Use the promo code 12ounce and they'll match your first deposit to 125%. Zingo TV, channel 761. It's a free app. Download it today. That's all you got to do. Download it, Zingo TV, and then flip over to channel 761. That's 761, and you'll be hearing today's episode live, as always, of Pete's Power Plays. And again, 12 Ounce Sports has a website out there on Amazon. All right, support the crew today. It's getting colder. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. And of course, with the holidays coming up, as always, and keep supporting the crew. Go to the 12 Ounce Sports store today. Check out some Pete's Power Plays apparel. Get your hoodie or shirt, whatever you need today. And I always appreciate the support from each and every one of you. So we're back here, and we're back. Like I said, I basically recapped last night's card. When you go from Tempty Tuesday to basically a terrifying Tuesday. But like I said, so real quick, I didn't recap in terms of how I did, but I went 4-6 last night. 4-6 with a minus 3.75 units overall. Again, a tough 2-unit loss on the Sharks Wild, over 5.5 for the clients. So 4-6 minus 3.75. Yes, again, I'm not scared to say how I lose, if I lose, and when I lose, because I say it all. And again, minus 40.8 units overall. That's just how it is. All right, so whatever. You bounce back. That's just how it is. It's part of life. It's part of the game. That's just part of the game. All right, so NFL DFS, Patriots and the Falcons, real fast. Tomorrow I'll talk more in depth about it. But as of now, I usually do take 2 quarterbacks. I mean, I do usually on single games, showdowns, I should say. But for tomorrow, I like Mac Jones, Kyle Pitts, and Hunter Henry. Once again, Mac Jones, Kyle Pitts, and Hunter Henry. That's where I'm leaning at tomorrow for my lineup, so stay tuned to that. Okay. So, without further ado, let's get into tonight's action. 3-game menu. You go from basically a wonderful 11-12 game menu, then you go back down to 3. Tomorrow you have another large card. Friday you have 2 games. Saturday you get back to about 12-13 games. I mean, that's just NHL fully scheduling right there. I mean, it's just the way it is for the NHL. That's just how it is. But here we go. Late games tonight. All the games are late tonight. No 7 o'clock games, which is interesting. You have a 9 o'clock, a 10 o'clock, and then a 10:30 game there in LA. So opening up the game here, we have Colorado at the Vancouver Canucks. Over-under set at 6 here. Vancouver plus 140 on the money line. Colorado's minus 170. They did open up at minus 155. I have them locked in at minus 155 Colorado right now, and that's where I'm at. I truly can't trust the Canucks right now. I can't trust their goaltending. I can't trust how they have been playing. 75% of the money is going towards Colorado. 25% of the money is going towards Vancouver at that plus 140 spot. Vancouver's 2-4-1 at home so far this season. 4-3 at home covering the puck line, and 4-6 in their last 10 with the overs. Colorado, on the other hand, 2-3 on the road, 0-5, however, covering the puck line. You could very well see a little bit of a bounce back situation for the Canucks. They're not going to win the game, but I could see a possibly of a 4-3 game, 3-2 sort of game. It would make sense just the way the Avs have been covering the puck line, because they absolutely cannot do it on the road. Like I said, 0-5 in their last 5 on the road covering the puck line. So not good there. And then the Avs have been scoring lately, 7-3 in their last 10 with the over, so this is trending over. Do we get 8 goals like last time? Probably not. I think the Canucks had that revenge factor on their mind. But then again, we thought that was going to happen with the Oilers and Jets last night with taking the Oilers as a show play, and the Jets ended up winning, and it goes over the total of 6, which we did cash out. But give me the Colorado Avalanche here. Like I said, I have it minus 155 on the money line. It's now at the minus 170. I still like it. Avs in regulation, I would consider. You could probably get about plus 110 there, plus 115. Again, shop around for the best price, but you can get the Avs in regulation at plus odds. -1 is about -115, -120 if you like to play that way. But I'm very confident in this money line here at -155 to -170. Again, the line is going to keep moving, and it will keep moving. It's just tough to trust this Vancouver team. It very much is. Like I said, over/under set at 6 here. So we saw a 7-1 game. And just the way that Colorado has been scoring, I do like the over in this game as well. I like the over 6 between the Avalanche and the Canucks. I think the Canucks will bounce back a little bit. They aren't that good. They haven't been that good in terms of scoring. They've been averaging about 2.5 goals thus far, and it's definitely hard to trust this team when it comes to scoring. So the over might be tough at 6. I will go with the 6 and hope for a push. Maybe a 4-2 win, 4-3 win would be nice. So we'll see what happens there. But all in all, my stronger lean tonight is the Avalanche on the money line at -155. Again, you're going to get more of that, more juice because it is getting heavily favored tonight right now. And right now, like I said, it's at -170. Don't be surprised if it moves up to possibly -180, -185 by puck drop tonight. So in conclusion here, Avalanche money line and the over 6 between the Canucks and the Avalanche there in Vancouver. Next up, the Chicago Blackhawks at the Seattle Kraken over/under set at 5.5 here. This game makes no sense to me, but Seattle went from -140 to -150 on the money line, and the money is basically split even down the middle of 50-50. So Chicago +130 on the money line have been playing decently, a little decent as of late. +130 on the money line is a pretty solid value here on the road as a dog. Again, I don't understand the love for Seattle at all, especially tonight. Seattle. A lot of people have been taking Seattle this entire course of the season. I haven't bet on the Kraken. I think I bet on the Kraken once this season, and it was a -1.5 at +130 last weekend, and it cashed out. But Kraken -150 on the money line. 3-4 at home, 3-4 at home covering the puck line, and 7-2-1 in their last 10 when covering the overs. Chicago, on the other hand, 0-5-1 on the road, 2-4 on the road covering the puck line in their last 6, and 3-5-2 with the overs. Again, I don't see the need of Seattle at -150. That's a lot of juice for me to consider against a team that hasn't really been good. Grubauer has been terrible this year. I get it's a new team, new chemistry. I mean, defense is not good at all, but Grubauer should be one of the best, and he's just god-awful this season. So give me the Chicago Blackhawks here as Philly Pete's dog play of the night here at +130 here on the money line. I like the value. I like the way Chicago's been playing as of late. I know the road record doesn't show it, but I think you can give them a little bit of respect here. And at +130, they're not getting respected at all. I think that's just an awful line, knowing how Seattle isn't that great at all. And Marc-Andre Fleury has been playing pretty well as of late, too. So I like that. I like here. So Chicago money line +130. That's where I'm at right now. I also like the Blackhawks +1.5 on the puck line, too. I believe we'll get there tonight. Between these two teams, I mean, it trends over. The Kraken has been, like I said, Seattle's 7-2-1 their last 10 with the overs. Chicago is 3-5-2, not really there, but at 5.5, I'm going to give it a shot and take the over 5.5 in this game here as well. I think we'll get there, especially how bad Grubauer has been in Chicago's offense. Is, they're starting to score a little bit here and there. Another side bet that I like is Seattle team total under 3.5. Seattle will probably get 2. I can't see them getting 3, maybe 3, but I think Seattle will at least is good for 2 goals here tonight. I like the under team total. Team total under 3.5 for the Kraken at -160. It's a little juicy, but I just don't see Seattle getting 4 goals here tonight against Marc-Andre Fleury. And like I said, the Flower has been pretty darn good as of late, if you're asking me. But that's what I'm liking here. Give me the Blackhawks +130 as my dog play of the night. I also like the Blackhawks +1.5 on the puck line. The over 5.5 as well, because the trend is on the over as of now. And like I said, the Kraken team total under 3.5. That's more of a heavier lean for me. Kraken team total under 3.5 goals. It's juicy, it's pricey, but at -160, I feel pretty confident about taking that. just the way that the Flyers been playing, I just don't see the Kraken getting 4 goals here tonight. So that's just how it is. That's just how it is. So, like I said, Blackhawks money line plus 130, Blackhawks plus 1.5 on the puck line, over 5.5, and the Kraken team total under 3.5 there. Chicago, Seattle, there you have it. And last but not least, the Washington Capitals at the LA Kings, over-under set at 5.5. LA Kings open up at plus 115. That's where I have them right now. I also did lock in the LA Kings plus 115 last night. They're now at minus 110, minus 115. You're not going to get the value anymore as it was last night or earlier this morning. But to me, LA, this is just a good game for LA here. Over-under set at 5.5. It's now even. It's now a pick'em game basically at minus 110. 50-50 money each way. About 52% of the money is going towards Washington. So again, I'm rounding this to even on both sides. It's as close as you can get here. LA at home, 5-2 at home, 5-2 covering the puck line, and 2-8 in their overs in the last 10. Playing very defensive hockey as of late. Capitals, as of, again, back-to-backs for the Caps, losing last night in overtime, traveling to LA now. 4-1-2 on the road, 5-2 covering the puck line on the road. They did it last night. And 4-6 with the overs. Well, like I said, I like the LA Kings here, money line at plus 115. That's what I have it at as well. And you know what? I lean the over 5.5 in this game as well. I really do. I think we'll see our fair share of goals. Like I said, it's just a good stat that I like. I know the Kings are 2-8 in their last 10. But I think we're going to get some goals here tonight, especially with the Caps. Caps specifically too. But since the lines have moved to basically even, the Kings to me though have an edge with the power play and the PK percentage as well. The Kings are 7-1 in the last 8 games. Basically, is a pretty solid look for me in this upcoming game here tonight. So 7-1 in the last 8 games. 8-2, another stat here, 8-2, playing against the Caps in the last 10 while at home. So that's some good stats if you're considering taking the Kings. I mean, hence why the line is moving. That's why the money is going very dramatically to the Kings right now. So 8-2. Kings are 8-2 in their last 10 against the Capitals at home. So the Kings had the Caps number at home, and that's why the number's been going that way. That's why I locked in the Kings plus 115 last night as well. I just do like the Kings in this game here. If you want to parlay tonight, I'm not much of a fan of any of these games to parlay, but I'm thinking the Blackhawks plus 1.5, Kings plus 1.5 puck line parlay. I'll get that number out for you guys later on. Actually, believe it or not, I'll check it out now. While I do have some apps up, see what the line is for you guys. In terms of that, so you have the Blackhawks, and then the Kings plus 1.5. So Blackhawks Kings plus 1.5 puck line parlay pays you out plus 120. Again, another solid value. Not bad, not a bad value there for a decent parlay like that. I mean, if you're considering puck line parlay, that's a good one for tonight. Pays plus 120. Some books are at plus 115. Again, shop around. Shop around for the best spot. It really is. But on that note, that's all I got for today. Again, small card. Once again, Avalanche money line. I have it minus 155 in the over 6 between the Avs and the Canucks. Chicago money line at plus 130. Blackhawks also puck line at plus 1.5. The over 5.5, and then the under team total under 3.5 for the Kraken at minus 160. Again, that's more of a heavier lean for me. And then the nightcap 10:30 game, LA Washington. I'm on the Kings plus 115 on the money line, and I like the over 5.5 as well. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Short and sweet. Again, this is the Wednesday episode. Hope you all had a great time, and let's get back to reality. Let's try and bounce back a little bit. Like I said, the weekend treated us well. Last night, not so much. So let's turn around the Wednesday as we head into the weekend. Let's get some money back, and I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, where we will have a much loaded card on tap for the NHL. And like always, Twitter, look out for your card. Clients, look out for yours. Probably about a play tonight for the clients, and let's get that money back. So have a great Wednesday, great hump day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.